Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Since there's a new year starting and we're all setting up our planners, I wanted to share my favorite stationery items, my ride or die per se, that I feel like I need to be able to journal, plan, illustrate, journal, all that stuff. I'm going to start with the obvious. You need a notebook. I have become obsessed with the Tomoe River paper. However, when I do this video that I am planning on doing with all the journals I've used since I was 9 years old, you will see that for years and years, I just grabbed any notebook with any paper, and I was very happy with that. If you want to do watercolor, you're probably better with the watercolor paper. It's actually easier to control, and it's made for watercolor. I just watched a Payless Blue video. She doesn't post, but you can find her videos on YouTube still. And she did Illustrated Hobonichi, and I fell in love. And then it went down this path and I've never come back. And that is my thing. But you absolutely do not need to spend that much money for a notebook. And you just need a book, a paper that makes you want to open it, whatever that is. And for me, before, what I would do is I would go to a store because you have to look at it. Barnes and Nobles is great for that because they have all kinds of things. I used Moleskines for a long time. I used the Pocket Leuchtrum as journals for a long time. I've used so many. You'll see when I do the video. So I really recommend, if you're just starting journaling, just grab whatever you fancy right now. Don't go with whatever the internet is telling you. For me, it became about the illustrated journaling, and it was a creative outlet, and I really loved the idea, and that's where I went to the Hobonichi. And now I'm loving the sterling ink. I like that it's within the US too, and I like that it's also Tomoe River paper. Like I said, unfortunately, once I started with Tomoe River paper, I was done for. So I'm still on Hobonichi and sterling ink, and that's fine. But again, there are many, many options, and some that you won't find in videos that are great. I think I have two journals that were literally just like ring bound notebooks I usually use for school. So, and I still make it work, and I loved it. So that was my parentheses. What you're going to need are pens. Pens that I absolutely love using are these two. The Energel clena, and it's really thin. It dries really fast. You can actually draw with that if you want it. And then the Muji 0.38. Love these two. I use it. The Muji 0.38 I'm using almost exclusively in my planner this year. The sterling ink, and then this one I've been using in my weekly Hobonichi works, my tarot journal. Another thing you don't need to do, you don't need to have extras. But if you fall in love with a few, there's always a way to use them. Just as long as you do it so that you don't get stressed about it. Can I say that again? Don't stress about it, just have fun. Pens that I also gravitate towards because I like to put color in my planners are these. I like fine tip because I have really bad handwriting. This is the Paper Mate Flair Ultra Fine. You can find them everywhere. Target has them. Midliners, great because you can have like kind of different type of highlighters. But I just recently used it to color a sky to see, and I thought it looked really cool. I'll show you. Trying to catch up in my Illustrator Hobonichi. This is this. Pretty cool, I think. So yeah, highly recommend those. But you don't have to, I think you can buy them single, but if you can, I only have one of their boxes, and then I ran out and I just bought a second one. All these I've repurchased many times. Now for glitter and for like embellishments, I love using the Jelly Roll. They're really glittery, they're really fun. You can blend them together. And the Posca has glitter paint, but they also have regular paint. Those are great. They work in a lot of papers, and you can really play with it like Edna is about to. Now, as far as coloring, if you want to color in it, I love the Tombow. You can also use these as highlighter, and same with the Z Clean Real Color Brush. A note on these, they are expensive, and it took me forever to finally purchase them, but they have been the only ones that I go back to over and over, and they really don't dry out easily. So I really recommend them. I did buy these primrosia brush. I do like them. I will say this, the colors are much lighter than you think. So if you like that kind of muted look, these are going to be great, and they're definitely cheaper. And I will put links in the description box for everything that I can find, and hopefully it's on sale right now. I like fountain pens as well. I use mainly my kaweco and my palette vanishing point. This one goes with my illustrated journal. I have another one that I sometimes use in the sterling ink, and then the I have a kaweco. I'll show you. In my 5 year, I have this kaweco sport, and then this one is probably going to be attached to my sterling ink. If you haven't seen my shorts, I'm in the process of rebinding it. So right now I have separated this, and I will do a whole video on it. I'm waiting for supplies. I can't keep going right now, which is very frustrating, but it's okay. I should have planned ahead. This was a intrusive thoughts one. Another thing that I want to talk about are, if you know, watercolors. I love these water brushes. They're so convenient. You can really paint on the go, and they're pretty cheap. There's always one of their type on sale. I don't have a favorite, I'll be honest. So these are great. Washi tape. Do you need it? No. Is it nice? Yeah. When was the last time I bought washi tape? I can't remember. I will tell you my favorites, and I will try to put a link for that. La Dolce Vita is an artist, and she does these little characters. You probably have seen them. And what I like about her washi tapes is it's basically having a sticker roll, right? And like these stamp ones, they come off as stamps. I've had it for years. Look at how thick this is. And this works every time. So I love these kind of washi tapes, either these or color, like a blue one. I have more like, I don't know if it's maroon or red, I can't tell. That kind of stuff. Now, I have bought, or like these multicolored, those are the kind of things I really, really love. I haven't bought washi tape in a long, long time. I also have a lot of the Coffee Monsters Co. washi tape, but I'll be honest, I prefer something that blends more. So these I use only alone. I like to mix the other ones. The Coffee Monsters Co. are like little works of arts, and I love those. And for me, they work really well on their own. So if I want to just have one strip, then I will use that. But otherwise, I like to mix by color. Like I will use like a blue dotted one, and perhaps I'll use this one with it, and then I'll go into um, this Dolce Vita and find like the blue one, or this blue one, or this one, or a little bit of a like off white, and that's how I use washi tape. I've been trying to use it again because I forget sometimes. Stickers. I love stickers. Even when I didn't really do drawing, or I wasn't like really embellishing my planners, I always did some kind of like collaging a photo or have a sticker if I found it. I discovered the whole world. Um, Sticky Club for me is like the most amazing company, not just because I get them fast because they live right there, like right next door to me, really, but because they have artists that do really cool stickers. And these are the big ones, but I have sticker sheets as well. And those I really, really love because if you're not like crafty, if you don't want to like um cut off some papers and do some collage. If you don't want to draw on your page, you slap a sticker on the side of your page and it looks great. And like it feels a little more personal. Sure, it's not your own made, but like I love it. I use it all the time. Let me see if I can show you a page in the journal I'm currently using, which is a traveler's notebook, and I have sticker folios in there. But yes, yeah, I always have stickers. Always. And I just think a page, although for years I didn't, but I usually had once in a while I would put something in the pages, and I really love it. Now, if you want to go into the leather cover world, I think a traveler's notebook is the best way to go. They are cheaper than buying a custom leather cover most of the time, and they're tried and true. And then the inserts are so cheap. Like you can buy inserts for like $7 to $10, and when you're done, and the size is really kind of the most amazing size. I just keep going back to it, then I leave, and that's fine because that's what. This is my first ever leather cover that I bought. So that was that. I'm trying to think what else is like a must for me. What do I bring to work? I just showed you everything I bring to work. Literally, that's it. And then it's like, what do you want to write about? Ideas, what you're feeling, what happened today, your dreams, um, something you remember from your past, but you remember it today. Um, all kinds. You can write everything. What you'd like to do, um, about your pets, about your kids. You can write to your kids. You can write letters to yourself. There's so many options that you can use to journal, and I just think for me, for example, in my 5 year, people ask me like, what do I write in it? It depends. Most of the time I'll write what happened that day. But there are some days where I wake up and I had like a really intense dream and it really kind of captivated my whole day. Then I'll write about that. I'll write about that in the 5 year because that was significant to me that day. And I know that when I reread it a year from now, I will remember that day because that was looming over me. Watercolors, I'll put a link for a few watercolor sets, but really, um, whatever you find can work unless you really want to dig in. I wouldn't recommend, you don't have to buy super expensive watercolor to start with. Um, just have fun with whatever you find as sets. I have a little bit of everything. I have from Winsor and Newton because they were gifted to me, but I also have some Prismacolor, I think they are, and I have some Kuretake. Whatever is on sale today, if you want to start getting into watercolor, just buy that. Watercolor is kind of forgiving because it doesn't have to be perfect. So if you want to start painting, I would recommend doing that. Stickers that I recommend on top of Sticky Club, or those are more planner stickers. I have the Coffee Monster Co's. She has a lot of these kind of things like sleep in or like holidays, this kind of stuff. And today she has a sale. So I'm going to work on making sure I post this today so you can enjoy it. I'm done talking. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some ideas, and I will post all the links in the description box so that you can find everything I talked about. Hopefully, I can find it on Amazon. I do have lists on Amazon, which I'm going to look through because I'm sure most of these products are on there. Again, I repurchase the same things over and over and over again, and that's usually a good sign. So, thanks for watching.